This is Hilal. In this video on mathematical economics series, we will see the two different methods of finding the producer surplus and consumer surplus. First, we will see the graphical method. The question is a given demand function P is equal to f of q, which is equal to 18 minus 1 half of q, where P is the price and q is the quantity. And supply function is given by that P is equal to g of q, which is equal to 3 plus 1 by 3 q. Find consumer surplus and producer surplus. We have to find the consumer surplus and producer surplus. Now consumer surplus, as we know, is the difference between the price consumers are willing to pay and the price they actually pay. Similarly, this producer surplus is the difference between the price actually paid and the price producers are willing to get paid. The difference between those two prices gives us the producer surplus. First, we will see the graphical method. That is graphical method. Graphical method. First, what will we do? We will write to find the producer surplus and consumer surplus. We will write first this very demand function, that is P is equal to 18 minus 1 half of Q, and we will form a graph here. So I will form, let us say this is our graph. On this axis we denote it the quantity axis, and this is the price axis. First of all, we will form the demand curve here. Now how will we form this? First of all, we will put P is equal to 0, that is put P is equal to 0 in this equation and solve for Q. Therefore Q is equal to, that means 18 minus 1 half of Q is equal to 0, because P is equal to 0. Solving this, this means minus 1 by 2 Q is equal to, transposing this 18 will become minus 18 here, or Q is equal to, now 2 into 18, this 2 will get transposed and it will get multiplied. So 18 2's are 36, and minus into minus is plus, so we get 36. That means our point will be the first point will be, that is 0 and 36 on this line. So this first number is for the price and second is for the quantity. Now we will see on the graph we have 0 on the price and 36 on quantity axis. So this point will denote this point 0, 36. So this is 0, 36. Here we have quantity 36 and price is 0. Similarly, to draw a line we need at least 2 pointers. Now again solving this, and this time putting Q is equal to 0, that is putting this Q is equal to 0. That means put Q is equal to 0. When putting Q is equal to 0, so this will become 1 half into 0, that is 0. So our P is equal to 18, implies, so I will write P is equal to 18 here. If we put Q is equal to 0, implies our new point will be then 18 and 0. That means we have 18 on price axis and 0 on quantity axis. Let us say this is the point where we have 18 on price axis and 0 on quantity axis. Now joining these 2 pointers, we will join these 2 pointers. This will give us the demand curve. Similarly, we will take the supply curve. Now taking supply curve and solving this similarly, that is P is equal to 3 plus 1 by 3 Q. Now first to put P is equal to 0, we put P is equal to 0, put P is equal to 0 in this equation. So this will become 0 is equal to 3 plus 1 by 3q, or 1 by 3q is equal to minus 3, or q is equal to 3 into 3, that is minus 9. So our point will be 0 and minus 9. So on price axis we have 0, this vary, and on the quantity axis we have minus 9. So this will be on the second quadrant. Let us say this point is 0, minus 9. As I said before, we need at least 2 pointers to draw a line. So now again, using the same concept, we put now q is equal to 0. Now if q is equal to 0, let us say put q is equal to 0. Our p will be then this 1 by 3 into 0 is 0, so this will become 0. We are with p is equal to 3, implies p is equal to 3. Therefore new point is 3, 0. It is to be remembered or to be very careful that we write the numbers in order. Here we write first the first number is the of price, and the second one is of quantity. So our new point is 3 and 0. That means we need to go 3 units up on the price axis and no units on quantity axis. Let us say this is the point. Now so joining these 2 points will give us the supply curve, and this is our supply curve. Now we know that equilibrium occurs where demand and supply curves intersect. So I will write that very part here. Equilibrium demands, that is equilibrium is achieved at equilibrium equilibrium. Demand is equal to quantity demanded is equal to quantity supplied. So I will write here demand is equal to supply. That means we have to equate this demand function and this supply function. That means 18 minus 1 by 2q is equal to this 3 plus 1 by 3q, 3 plus 1 by 3q. Now solving for q, transposing minus 1 by 2q on this side. So or I will write this is 1 by 3q plus 1 by 2q is equal to 18 minus 3 is 15. So I will write 15 here. Now this is 2 into 3, 2 plus 3, which is 5q divided by 6. 5q divided by 6 is equal to 15, or q is equal to 15 into transposing this on this RHS, this will become 6 by 5. Now 5 ones are 5 3s are, implies our equilibrium quantity is 3 6 are 18. So our equilibrium quantity is 18. Now we will find the price. If q is equal to 18, we put this value in either this demand function or supply function to get the price. Let us say put q is equal to 18 in either of the in demand function. Let us say demand function, then our price is equal to 18 minus 1 by 2 the value of q, which is 18. So I will write here 18. When solving, this will become 18 minus, now 2 ones are 2 9s are 18. So we are equilibrium price is 9. So equilibrium our equilibrium quantity is 18. I will write here 18, and our equilibrium price is 9. So I will write here this is 9. Here it is 36. Now consumer surplus, as we have earlier told that it is the difference between the price consumers are willing to pay. Here we can see consumers are willing to pay the price of 9. Sorry, they are willing to pay uh, highest price they are willing to pay is 18, and what they actually pay, that is 9. That means consumer surplus is this very area, this very red area, the area which is above the equilibrium price and below the demand curve gives us the consumer surplus. Now, what is the area of this value triangle? As we know, then consumer surplus is simply the area of this value triangle. Here it is 9, it is 18. Now 18 minus 9. So consumer surplus will be the area of this value triangle. Now here the height will be 18 minus 9, which is 9. And it is here 18. Area of this value triangle is equal to, we know the area of triangle is equal to, I will write area of right angle triangle or any triangle is equal to 1/2 of base into height, base into altitude. Now our base is 18, so I will write 1/2 into base is 18, height is 9. So this is 2 1s are 2 9s are, so we are here with 9 9s are 81. So our consumer surplus is equal to 81, which is of course the area of this red triangle. Similarly, producer surplus is the difference the price actually paid. What price is paid, that is this very price, equilibrium price, and the price producers are willing to get paid. Here it is 3, I will write here because we have calculated this is 3. Now the difference between these two prices, it is actually the consumer is actually willing to sell its product at a price of 3, but what he is getting, he is also getting the equilibrium price of 9. So the difference between these two prices gives us the producer surplus. So the producer surplus is the area of this very blue triangle. Now what is the area of this blue triangle? I will write here somewhere, so I will try to write it here. Producer surplus is simply the area of this very triangle. Now here the height is 9 minus 3, which is 6. So I will write this is our triangle. Now the height is 9 minus 6 is 9 minus 3 is 6, and base is 18. As we know, area of triangle is equal to 1/2 of base into height, implies producer surplus is equal to 1/2 of our base is 18 into height is 6. That means producer surplus is equal to, now 2 1s are 2 9s are, so this is here 9 into 6 is 54. That means producer surplus is 54. And this is how we calculate the producer surplus and consumer surplus using the graphical method. It is to be remembered that we can use this graphical method only when we are given the linear demand and supply functions. If they are non-linear or quadratic, then it becomes very complex to use this method. Then at that time we use the integral calculus. We can also use the integral calculus on this very question, so I will show you that very method also. Now what we need for that, first of all, Q is equal to 18, P is equal to 9. This will remain same, this demand and supply. I will rub the other area here. So using the calculus. I will use the calculus here. Now, as we have seen in the integration playlist, how we use the how we use the calculus in deriving the producers and consumer surplus. We know consumer surplus. I will write here, consumer surplus is equal to the integral from 0 to equilibrium quantity and integrating the demand function. Our demand function is f of q dq, and from that we subtract total revenue, that is price into quantity. Now giving the values. Now our equilibrium quantity was 18, so it is 0 up to 18, integral from 0 to 18. Our f of q is this 18 minus 1/2 of q, that is 18 minus 1/2 of q dq minus price into quantity. This is 9 into 18, so I will write here 9 into 18. Now integrating this, this will become, now the integral of 18 is 18q. Similarly, the integral of q is q square divided by 2, so I will write this will become q square divided by 2. Now we have another 2 on the denominator, so this will become 4, and our integral is from 0 to 18 minus, sorry, it is here 18. Now 9 into 18 is, that is 9 8s are 72, 9 1s are 9, 9 and 7 is 16, so this is 162. Now using the calculation, this will become, so first we give q the value 18, that is we write 18. Now the value of q is 18, that is multiplied by 18, minus q square means 18 square divided by 4 minus 162. Now 18 into 18 is, so what is 18 into 18? We will see 18 into 18, 8 8s are 64, 8 1s are 8, 9 10 11 12 13 14, so this is 144. Now 1 8s are 8, 1 1s are 1, this is 4, 8 4 is 12, 1 1 and a carry 1, this is 324, so this is here 324 minus, now 18 square is 324, which we calculated, divided by 4 minus 162, and this is 324. Now here this is 4 1s are 4, 8s are 32, 4 1s are 4 minus 162, or it is 324 minus, now 2 1 is 3, 6 8 is 14, and we have 243. Now this is 4 minus 3 is 1. Now 12 minus 4 is 8. Now 2 minus 2 is 0, implies our consumer surplus is equal to 81. So we got the consumer surplus is 81. Similarly, we can find the producer surplus is the difference, the price actually paid, that is P into Q times the integration of the supply function. So where will I write that very function? So for that, what should I rub? So I will rub this very and take the price and quantity which is 18 and 9. So I will write equilibrium price is 9, equilibrium quantity is 18. So I will write it here and rub this to get the producer surplus here. Now producer surplus is simply producer surplus is equal to price times quantity, that is the price actually paid minus the integral of 0 to q and integration of the supply function, that is g of q dq. Now p into q is price, that is equal to, we have calculated somewhere that is 162 minus now 0 to q, g of q is 3 plus 1 by 3 q dq, which is equal to 162 minus or which is equal to, I will write here. Now here we have equilibrium quantity is 18. I will write it here. So integrating this very supply function will give us, now the integral of 3 is 3q minus the integral of q is q square divided by 2. So this will become q square divided by, now 2 3s are 6. So I will write here 6, 0 to 18. Now this is here 162 minus, now solving this, first we give q's the value of 18. So this will become 3 into 18 minus 18 square divided by 6, and from that we write minus, from that we subtract the value of q is equal to 4. Now this will become, sorry, q is equal to 0. So this is 3 into 0 minus 0 divided by 6. So this is here 0. Here it is also same, this is 0, because first we evaluate at the upper limit and from that we evaluate from this lower limit, and the difference between these two gives us the integration here. Since it is 0, so this whole will become 0 here. Now solving this further, this is 162 minus, now 3 into 18 is 54. This is 54, 18 we have calculated somewhere, that is 324 actually it is plus here, so I will write 324 divided by 6. Solving this 162, now 6 1s are 6 8s are, this is 54 plus 6 1s are 6, 5s are 32, this will become 24. So this is 6 4s are, now this is 162 minus 54, and 54 is 4 is 8, 5 plus 5 is 10. So this is 108. Now solving, now 12 minus 8 is 4, and 5 minus 0 is 5, 1 minus 1 is 1. So our producer surplus is 54 also. Okay, these were the two methods of finding the producer surplus and consumer surplus. We can use the graphical method or using the calculus. I have explained these various steps in my earlier videos. You can check there and you will see how to use the integration in finding producers and consumer surplus. If you like this video, please share, comment, like and subscribe. Thank you.